Hi guys, it's me and Wanda back again with another 12 by 12 scrapbook layout. It is a single page layout, and you'll see I used white cardstock on the back, and this is Coordinations cardstock. I really like this. It's got a really strong texture to it. The only thing I do not like, kind of has a frosty look to it. If you're in person, it's probably not showing up on screen. You'll see I used the Shoreline thickers, and this is called Pool. I love these thickers. This, oh my, what is that? I think that cardstock is from the Eclectic Collection by Echo Park. This is from Amy Tangerine Tidbits or something like that, they call them. This and this and that and this and that are all from the Shoreline Collection. It's the little tidbit package, where you get all the little labels and stuff in the little box. This is crepe paper, clothespin. These little buttons are from G Studio Walmart. This little badge is from Buttons and Badges on Etsy. I put a little twine back there and I just held it in a place with some Scotch quick drying adhesive. Little photo paper corners. That's from like 3L or 3M, I think it's called. You'll see I drew a line around the perimeter and put a little bit of journaling on the inside. This will go into my home and house scrapbook album. This is the entrance to our pool area, like you couldn't tell that. And thank God we got a new fence. This one looks like it's been through Hurricane Addie, but I think I'm going to miss that old fence now that it's gone, but not too much. And it reads, "It's my heaven." I absolutely love having that pool. I have always loved the water, whether it's a beach or a swimming pool. Now I can do without ponds and lakes and rivers. I don't get my kicks on those things, but I do love a swimming pool or the beach. And gosh, I have wanted a swimming pool since I was a kid in the backyard, and finally at 45 years old I get one. Anyway, around the bottom it says Cooking with Marilyn, which is a radio show. I loved listening to that on Saturdays when I was laying out by the pool. Books on tape. Whenever I go out to the pool, when, we don't have company, I always take my little boom box and I listen to various books on tape. Everything from Tori Spelling to The Mob Wives to John Saul and what's that guy's name? Harbin Coben, I listen to a lot. Anyway, Mary Higgins Clark. I like mysteries. Floating on my seashell raft. I have one favorite raft, and I bought up like 4 of them when the Biggs by our house was going out of business. And now I'm down to my last seashell raft, but it's the best, most comfortable, perfect raft ever. And it's my favorite one, so that's why I put that on there. Painting my nails. I always stand by the edge of the pool and paint my fingernails. Scrapbook magazines. Love to take my scrapbook magazines outside. Once again, stand at the edge of the pool in the water and read my little Scrappy magazines. Playing bat and ball with Nate. We actually bought one of these like spongy bat and ball games this summer, and I love playing that with my grandson. Anyway, that's that layout. I got a few more to share with you. Hang on. Let's zoom in here. Now, you see how fine line that pen is? In a minute, I'll show you what pen I used. Love the Shoreline thickers. This was so easy to do, and it probably took me like a half hour. This is the pen I used. It's very fine line, great for journaling, and you can see how pointy the tip is. It is called Liquid Gel Ink Inner Gel, and I think it's by Pentel Needle Tip 0.5 millimeter ball, and I just love this pen. My next layout is a double page layout, and the cardstock for the background is Coordinations. I love this Coordinations cardstock for backgrounds. It's very sturdy, it's very textured. I like a real textured cardstock unless I'm stamping. If you're stamping, you probably want to have something that's more flat. Across the top and across the bottom is paper from, T for Two by Cosmo Cricket. I hesitate because I'm not sure that paper going across the top. Yeah, it's the Cosmo Cricket T for Two. You'll see all of my little embellishments across the top. These I cut out of Modern Homemaker as I did these, and then these are chipboard, and the frames are all from the Cosmo Cricket T for Two. I used this paper and a white cardstock in the back to mat my pictures. This is up on like 3 layers of cardstock. I wanted to make it kind of look like how the cabinets come up. There's those grooves in there. These little cardstock stickers are also, nope, this is T for Two, and these are from Modern Homemaker by October Afternoon. A real old collection, but definitely a classic. I used thickers. I think this is called Tomato, and I believe this is Remarks or Giggle font. I'll zoom in. This layout is of my kitchen, and you can see it says, not my favorite place. And the journaling reads, there is just something about this kitchen I've never liked. It's too small, no wall room to hang stuff, and I don't like the floors. But we do have a pool, and that was my thoughts when we bought this house. You can see it says there on more on back, and I did more journaling on the back of this layout in case down the line someone ever cares. There. Once again, you see the little frames in back? Those come from, they come from the T for Two collection by Cosmo Cricket, and I just fussy cut those out. Now those embellishments, the little spatula and rolling pin, everything, it comes from Modern Homemaker. I just fussy cut those out from one of the pages, one of the pattern papers, and you'll see there how I use that little strip of pattern paper. That's from Cosmo Cricket across the top. I just love that T for Two collection. Oh, you know what? I have this up backwards. Hang on. I'm sorry, guys. This is the way it's supposed to go. Yeah. Only because if you were to stand at the doorway of my kitchen, it kind of goes this way. And then see, that looks out onto my family room. And that's where I scrap all the time. I hope that you got a good view of both pages. Let's see if we can fit one more in here. It looks like my battery's about to die. If all of a sudden I cut off without saying bye, my battery died and I'll be back. And this time is a single page layout. I used the background, this, that, this. You know what? Everything is from the Modern Homemaker collection by October Afternoon. Once again, it's a very old collection. This is a picture of my Bun coffee maker, my coffee thermos, and one of our coffee mugs. See these little breads? They're little spoons from the Bread Depot? Yeah. Bread Depot or something like that. All of the papers and the chipboard is all from October Afternoon Modern Homemaker. Now, when I first put this on, it was not showing up, so I went through and outlined everything with black ink, even the little bricks in the chimney here. Chipboard. Let me zoom in. Outlined everything. Once again, it was really fading in to the background. Outlining certainly helps it if it seems like your embellishments, your chipboard, anything is fading in. Try outlining it with a black pen. Mercy Tierra, who is Tracy, taught us to do that. And I don't know what I did before outlining. These little labels are from, I think, My Mind's Eye, and it says, "This is my life, enjoy every moment." And let me zoom in real quick. You see that background paper is a grid style paper. Oh, those little alphabets there are from This and That by Echo Park. And this will go into my scrap album for house and home. I had this paper of the house for over a year. You know, let me sit you down. This. And it was a full house, if any of you know the Modern Homemaker collection. And I love the paper, but I didn't know what to do with it. So finally, I cut into it and put the roof on there, and it works fine. Guys, thanks so much for watching, subscribing, for commenting. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Hello to all my new subbies and new friends on here. And I guess I'm going to be back after I charge up this battery with more videos, because guess what? I got a couple of hauls and racks to show you. And I got some exciting news. I'm going to be the guest designer for Cat Scrappiness. I am pleased as punch about this. So come back and I'll tell you more about that in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you soon.